Every single day, more than 60,000 vehicles cross over one of the most strategically important waterways in the United States. We are talking about a 52-mile industrial corridor that feeds the global energy supply. Crude oil, liquefied natural gas, and industrial chemicals so hazardous that some of them are classified above the level of public disclosure. And for decades, the only thing standing between those 60,000 people and that water was a 4-lane concrete bridge built in 1982. In 2017, Harris County, Texas announced the bridge's replacement by a proposed new cable-stayed megabridge designed to be twin spans with 514-foot towers and 8 full lanes built for the next century, with a price tag of nearly $1 billion. Then, 14 months after construction broke ground in Houston, 6 people died. But these people didn't lose their lives in Houston. They had died in Miami, on a different bridge designed by the same firm. This is where everything got complicated. Let's explore the full story of the Sam Houston Tollway Ship Channel Bridge, one of the most expensive infrastructure disasters in American history. Starting off in May 1982, Harris County had just opened the Jesse H. Jones Memorial Bridge across the Houston Ship Channel. It was a conventional concrete structure with 4 lanes, no shoulders, and built to carry a Houston that was still growing into itself. This new bridge was built to span across a ship channel, which at that time was one of the most important waterways in the world. The waterway had tankers and barges carrying feedstock of the global petrochemical industry, moving in both directions around the clock. At the same time, the bridge above it was functional and did its job, just for a while. When the Jones Bridge opened in 1982, the traffic projections had estimated 4 million vehicle crossings in the first full year of operation. The actual number came in at 1.69 million, a 58% shortfall. By the early 2000s, the bridge was handling approximately 55,000 vehicles every single day. At this rate, it was projected that the total number of vehicles crossing each day would reach 160,000 by 2035. This number was nearly 3 times the current load, on a bridge with no room to expand, no shoulders, and no tolerance for the volume that was coming. Then came the Harris County Toll Road Authority, which began serious planning to replace this monumental bridge. In 2013, HCTRA began the early-stage work on a replacement bridge. They needed a structure designed not just for today, but for 2035 and beyond. The design they ultimately chose was bold by any measure. It encompasses 2 separate cable-stayed bridge spans, one for northbound traffic and the other for southbound traffic, each anchored by a pair of 514-foot concrete pylons. The main span of each bridge will be 1,320 feet, and the clearance above the waterline was designed to be 175 feet. Each of the cable-stayed bridge shall have 4 full lanes with complete shoulders in each direction. For a crossing of this scale, this strategic importance, and this complexity, a cable-stayed design was the right call. The question was, who would design it? With the construction of the new bridge imminent, FIGG Bridge Engineers Incorporated, headquartered in Tallahassee, Florida, was chosen to produce its design. FIGG was not a small or untested company. Founded in 1978, the firm had spent 4 decades building some of the most technically complex bridges in the United States. By the time they were hired for Houston, they had completed 7 of 13 cable-stayed bridge structures of a comparable type across the country. Their reputation in the field was genuinely exceptional. By the time their full design was complete and submitted, Harris County had paid FIGG approximately $27.3 million in total. The design FIGG produced specified something distinctive in the pylon foundations and lower structural elements. Rather than using the more widely established approach of welded steel, FIGG's design relied on a precast concrete foundation. This would involve concrete components manufactured off-site and assembled in the field, a method used successfully in many contexts. And in October 2017, the construction contract was awarded. It was a $567.9 million original construction contract, awarded to Ship Channel Constructors, a joint venture between Trailer Brothers Incorporated and Zachary Construction Corp. But once put together, the total original project value include the cost of design, construction management, and program costs will rise to about $962 million. Construction of the Sam Houston Tollway Ship Channel Bridge officially began in early 2018. The target was to complete the southbound span by 2021 and the northbound span by 2024. However, there were so many constraints that would create challenges for the construction crews, unlike almost any other major bridge project in America. On March 15, 2018, at 1:47 p.m., at Florida International University in Miami, a newly installed pedestrian bridge, just 5 days old, collapsed without warning onto 8 lanes of active traffic on Southwest 8th Street. 6 people were killed, 10 more were injured. And in a matter of seconds, one of the most watched infrastructure projects in Florida simply ceased to exist. The bridge had been celebrated as a symbol of innovation. It was built using a technique called accelerated bridge construction, a method where major structural sections are manufactured off-site and moved rapidly into position, reducing traffic disruption during installation. The project had attracted federal funding through a $19.4 million Tiger grant. It had been praised by engineers and local officials alike, but it was designed by FIGG Bridge Engineers, Inc., the same firm that, at that exact moment, had workers on the ground in Houston building the foundations of the Sam Houston Ship Channel Bridge. Construction workers remained on site and began their repair work. The bridge collapsed while they were working on it. After all legal proceedings, the contractor on the FIU project, Munilla Construction Management, known as MCM, was decertified by the Florida DOT and filed for bankruptcy. Civil settlements to victims and their families eventually reached approximately $103 million in total. FIGG consistently denied that their design was the cause of the collapse, pointing instead to the contractor. That position was not accepted by any of the major investigating bodies, prompting a criminal investigation to be opened by the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office. In the weeks after the Miami collapse, every infrastructure authority with a FIGG contract anywhere in America faced the same urgent question: what do we do now? HCTRA's answer, in the spring and summer of 2018, was to continue. The authority commissioned Cowie North America, an independent engineering consultancy, to review FIGG's design on the Houston Bridge. That review process began in late 2019. In the meantime, FIGG remained the engineer of record on the project. Work continued at the Houston Ship Channel site. In December 2019, Cowie's preliminary review identified a troubling issue in the curved portions of the pylon leg structures. Construction on those elements was paused. HCTRA described it as temporary. In January 2020, HCTRA extended the construction pause to cover all work on the main pylons. In March 2020, Cowie delivered its full report to Harris County. The findings were not temporary. They were not minor. They could not be patched and moved on from. Cowie had identified 21 separate areas of significant concern in FIGG's design for the Sam Houston Tollway Ship Channel Bridge. Apparently, the pylons, as FIGG had designed them, were not stiff enough to support the bridge deck they were supposed to carry. The precast concrete substructure that FIGG had chosen over the more conventional welded steel approach could not deliver the rigidity this structure required. Beyond that central issue, Cowie also flagged problems with how the design accounted for wind loads, traffic loads, and vertical load displacement on the foundation piles beneath the structure. On July 14, 2020, the Federal Highway Administration formally suspended FIGG Bridge Engineers, Inc. and Denny Pate from all federally funded contracts in the United States. Houston was not the only Texas project feeling the impact. It turned out that the Texas Department of Transportation had already suspended design work on the $803 million Harbor Bridge in Corpus Christi, another FIGG-designed cable-stayed megaproject, pending review. And in Houston, the project that FIGG had spent years designing sat partially built, on indefinite hold, with a new engineer yet to be appointed and hundreds of millions of dollars of decisions still ahead. In October 2020, Harris County Commissioners Court voted to hire Cowie North America as the new engineer of record on the Sam Houston Ship Channel Bridge, with a contract value of $24.9 million. Cowie's task was not to simply pick up where FIGG had left off. It was to evaluate, from first principles, what could be salvaged and what had to be demolished. Without delay, Cowie got to work and produced a redesign that was fundamentally different from FIGG's original in the most structurally critical elements. But the number that reveals how serious FIGG's original underdesign truly was is this. Cowie's redesign required 3 times more concrete than FIGG's original specification, and would also utilize 8 times more steel rebar than the amount required in FIGG's original design. To make matters worse, some of what had already been built to FIGG's original specifications could not be modified or reinforced in place. In December 2021, the Harris County Commissioners Court voted to approve the full redesign and rebuild. The amended construction contract with Ship Channel Constructors rose from the original $567.9 million to $859.4 million. As a result, the total program cost was now approaching $1.3 billion, roughly 35% more than the original project value, for a bridge that still had years of construction ahead of it. As of early 2026, the Sam Houston Tollway Ship Channel Bridge project is in its final phase. The southbound span, the first of the two cable-stayed bridges, is in advanced construction and is expected to open in 2026. Work directly over the navigable waterway is expected to begin around May 2026, coordinated through U.S. Coast Guard notice to mariners and the same framework of maritime scheduling agreements that has governed this project since day one. Once the southbound span opens, both directions of traffic will be redirected onto it simultaneously. That will allow construction crews to do something that marks the end of an entire era: demolish the original Jesse H. Jones Memorial Bridge. The 1982 bridge that started this entire story will be taken apart after more than 4 decades of service. The northbound span, the second cable-stayed bridge, is targeted for completion in 2027. When both spans are open, the full 8-lane configuration will be in place. 4 lanes and complete shoulders in each direction, 175 feet of navigational clearance above the water, and the structural capacity to carry this corridor well into the second half of the 21st century. When megaprojects go wrong, the instinct is to find a single villain. The Sam Houston Ship Channel Bridge story resists that framing entirely. FIGG Bridge Engineers was not a fly-by-night operation. It was a firm with 42 years of history, 7 successful cable-stayed bridge projects in its portfolio, and a reputation built through decades of technically demanding work. Harris County's Toll Road Authority was not reckless. It was an authority that was, perhaps for too long, cautious about pulling a trigger that would add hundreds of millions of dollars and years of additional delay to a project already underway. The construction joint venture of Traylor Brothers and Zachary Construction has built some of the most challenging infrastructure projects on this continent. What this story gives you instead is a systemic failure. A failure at multiple levels, in multiple cities, over multiple years. Above all odds, the bridge being built today over the Houston Ship Channel is not the bridge FIGG designed. It is heavier, stronger, and built with more conventional means in its structural approach. If you want to understand how the world's most complex infrastructure gets built, and what happens when it doesn't, this channel covers the megaprojects that define our cities, our economies, and our future. The ones that go right, and the ones that remind us exactly what is at stake when they don't.